Dénes Kőnig was a Jewish Hungarian mathematician who worked in and wrote the first textbook on the field of graph theory. Biography. Kőnig was born in Budapest, the son of mathematician Dénes Kőnig. In 1907, he received his doctorate at, and joined the faculty of the Technische Hochschule in Budapest. His classes were visited by Paul Erdos, who, as a first-year student, solved one of his problems. Kőnig became a full professor there in 1935. To honor his father's death in 1913, Kőnig and his brother György created the Dénes Kőnig Prize in 1918. This prize was meant to be an endowment for young mathematicians, however was later devaluated, but the prize remained as a medal of high scientific recognition. In 1899, he published his first work while still attending high school in a journal Mathematician Physicai. After his graduation in 1902, he won first place in a mathematical competition, EOTVO's Larand. Shortly after, he wrote the first of two book collections, Mathematica. He spent 4 semesters at the university in Budapest and his last 5 in Göttingen, during which he studied under the famous mathematicians József Kirchhoff and Hermann Minkowski. He then received his doctorate in 1907 due to his dissertation in geometry. That same year he began working for the Technische Hochschule in Budapest and remained a part of the faculty till his death in 1944. At first, he started as an assistant in problem sessions. In 1910 he was promoted to Oberassistent, and then promoted to private docent. In 1911 teaching nomography, analysis situs, set theory, real numbers and functions, and graph theory. During this time he would be a guest speaker giving mathematics lecture for architecture and chemistry students. In 1920 these lectures made their way into book form. At the Technische Hochschule, from 1915 to 1942 he was on a committee to judge school contests in mathematics, collecting problems for these contests, and organizing them. Then in 1933 he was elected as secretary of the society, and in 1942 he became the chairman of this committee. He then decided to make edits in the Society's journal during his time on the committee till his death. Kőnig's activities and lectures played a vital role in the growth of graph-theoretical work of Laszlo Agyid, Paul Erdos, Tibor Galai, György Hahos, József Krausz, Tibor Sil, Pál Turuns, Endre Vasonyi, and many others. He then went on to write the first book on graph theory, Theorie der endlichen und unendlichen Graphen, in 1936. This marked the beginning of graph theory as its own branch of mathematics. Then in 1958, Claude Berge wrote the second book on graph theory, Theorie des Graphes et ses applications, following Kőnig. After the occupation of Hungary by the Nazis, fortunately for persecuted mathematicians, he worked to help them. On October 15, 1944, the National Socialist Arrow Cross Party took over the country. Days later, on October 19, 1944, he committed suicide to evade persecution from the Nazis, being a Hungarian Jew. Accomplishments. 1899 Mathematica Physicai, written while attending high school. 1902 first place in EOTVO's Laureate. 1907 received his doctorate degree. 1910 promoted to Oberassistent. 1911 promoted to private docent. In 1911 teaching nomography, analysis situs, set theory, real numbers and functions, and graph theory. 1935 gained full professorship at Technische Hochschule. 1936 he wrote the first book on graph theory, Theorie der endlichen und unendlichen Graphen. Bibliography. Chartrand, Gary, Zhang, Ping. A First Course in Graph Theory. Mineola, N.Y. Dover Publications. ISBN 9780486483689. Kőnig, Dénes, Theorie der endlichen und unendlichen Graphen, Leipzig. Akademische Verlagsgesellschaft. Translated from German by Richard McCoart. Theory of Finite and Infinite Graphs. Berkhauser, 1990. ISBN 0-8176-3389-8.